Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019, here with the Bath City Football Club at Rawslowgaming, and we are in our fifth season here overall, I believe, our sixth season maybe, and our second season here in Skybet League 2, and so far the first 13 matches we have been an unstoppable train pretty much, albeit we had a lost here a couple of matches ago, but we are unbeaten, or we have won 12 out of the 13 matches, so pretty darn good if you ask me, and very much to go on for the remainder of the season here, and we will march on here towards the next match here against Swindon Town in the Checkaday Trophy as an away match. So maybe a little bit harder, well, definitely a little bit harder when I see this, because we have our star player on international duty, and that is of course Keith Pius, that is, or Kelechi Pius. Actually, not Keith, since it's Jamaican Keith, maybe is quite an unlikely name, but anyway, he's on international duty, I said, over that match, so will be hard for sure, but we will do our best nonetheless, and we don't stand and fall, well, we don't fall with one player, but he's been for sure a key player on Bath this season. Should be doing a more quickness training. Well, you can be unhappy. I don't really care that you're unhappy with the training sessions as such, but maybe we should have a better training manager, so to say. We'll go down to balanced here for the mentality for this match, and we should focus play down the right this match apparently, which we will not do because we are strongest in the middle, but that's a bit unusual really. Most of the time it is focus play down the left since they are weak on the right side, but yeah, we'll see. So we'll do as our coach here, Jamie Crowder, suggests for the training to increase intensity here for a player, and individual training here on a Miller that isn't showing any improvement on corners. And Swindon are favorites here for the upcoming match. Quite clear favorites, but not super clear favorites, but enough to warrant a favorship to them, I guess, is what I'm saying. And Chadwick and Peacock is in here, some youth players for us. Player development advice, excellent support on a manager support, which is great. And Poncelli is losing skill and only a leading veteran national north-south striker now. And the same here, well, the same on losing potential, Cameron Seaborn and Martin Smith. Martin Smith previously had some pretty good potential ability actually, but not any more unfortunately. So let's have a short look actually on our staff. So we're pretty much maxed out here. I don't know what we're allowed to have more at the moment. Highest average coach team comparison. So I think in average we are having a really good here actually on coaching team for Skybet League 2. Recruitment team, we're pretty low, but we don't really need anyone there. And medical team is for sure pretty down low. But then of course we don't really have anyone there that is actually paid. Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely something we are going to look into, at least for Sky Battle League 1, I would say. So as you saw there, we are lost in this group, unfortunately. That is something we will try to change here, but might be hard to do. So we are having our best squad on the field here at the moment, but we need to change it up a little bit. We'll have to change Baxter out here since he is tired. We will change Johnson out for the same reason. Both of those players will be on the bench though. So we'll use them possibly in the match as sub-ins, but we'll try to remember to not do that. And as you see, Poncelli and Gosling, haven't really performed super well together, but we'll do our best nonetheless and comment the match just as we always do here, straight off. And Poncelli is actually the only player here with a national profile, but that is not something we expect to be having players with a national profile picture or anything like that in the team for, forever really, so to say, especially once we are higher up the leagues, going to be all regions or younger players, since we are always going to aim at having young players in the team over experienced players. And unfortunately we have a goal here in the 13th minute, and it is for Swindon Town and not for Bath City, unfortunately. On a good attack there, I would say. A little bit of luck, but well-deserved goal, unfortunately. And we are going to have a hard time getting through the Checkaday Trophy, which we should have. Since it all is pretty strong teams. But let's see here if we can't come back anyway. Kelly with a chance here, passing up to Gosling to Poncelli, and it's a goal here for Bath City in the 33rd minute, and equalizer, and they can play together fairly decent, I guess, than Gosling and Poncelli. And we had a bit of luck there for sure as well, and the keeper maybe should have been able to save that shot, but they didn't. So quite lucky or happy that he didn't there. And next highlight here in the 36th minute, Bath City breaking up the build-up play there 2 times in a row, and Gosling to Poncelli, and he shoots at the keeper, who saves unfortunately, and out for not a corner, but instead a free kick there just outside the penalty area. And the cross-or free kick is in, and Emerge trying to get it in there, but nothing really coming out of it. But we have changed the stats around here so far in this match. At least it looked like Swindon definitely deserved the lead that they took there, but looking at the stats here after one half, the scoring first of all is 1-1, shots is 10-7, shots on target 6-3, and possession 51-49%. So looking at that, we maybe should lead this game, but we aren't. Also in the team analysis, we have all positive numbers, so to say, which is really good. Looking at the individual ratings here, though, we have Merch that is not having his best game, so we will criticize him and leave the rest be. In general, our offense section here doing pretty darn well, and our midfield and defense maybe not the best game of their life. And nothing too much happening the first minutes here. We did see there, of course, the kickoff, that is always no real action. And then we have the first real highlight here in the 59th minute. Bath City again being able to take the ball back there, but missing totally in the markings there, and it's a goal for Swindon, unfortunately. So they retake the lead here in the 59th minute. So good action there from City intercepting the ball before it, but number 14 there totally missing in marking. Don't know who that is, but I guess we will see here. And it's time for some substitution as well. I guess it's Akinola there that did pretty bad action, or it was Gustavo. Don't know really. Don't really matter. And what more will we do? We'll put in de Havilland instead of Miller. Miller is tired, so we'll try to rest him, even though he's pretty much our star player. And we'll risk it by putting in all our 3 substitutions here at once and put in Gray instead of Kelly. And I guess we will start Shout here. Show some passion. We are really leading here in the stats. And a free kick here from Charles, headed into the top bar. Saved by the framework there. Swindon were. And what should we show? So we shouldn't really demand more. So I can't show some passion here again in the very last minute. And unfortunately, looks like this will be the highlight for the final whistle and nothing else. With the 10 seconds to go and the ball in our keeper hands, I ain't guessing that we are going to see anything more exciting here, so to say. And there we have it. It was for the final whistle. So the final scoreline for Bassett versus Swindon is 1-2. Shots 19-14. Shots on target 10-6 and possession 51-49%. So I guess we definitely missed Pius there with him in the team. Maybe it would have been a different story, but unfortunately we lost this game. So we'll have a look at the table there for the Checkaday Trophy. And fixtures and result, competition review, overview, stages, there we go. And we are in what group? We are not in Northern, we are in Southern. I think we are in Group D. So nothing is clear here. Everyone can go through. So I guess we are going to meet MK Dons here in the last match. And we will need to win that game by quite a lot, actually. Or if it's on individual meetings, we will have just need to win the game, so to say. But I think goal difference goes first. So I guess we need to win the game with 3 goals, unfortunately, which will be very hard. And need Bournemouth under 23s to lose against Swindon. So yeah, very, very tough. Especially since we did, what's tough is that we didn't get the extra point against Bournemouth. When we played them, we lost. We drew and lost the penalties shootout, which means we only got 1 point, and Bournemouth got 2 points. With the 2 points, we would be in so much better place, so to say, and then it would all be in our hands in the last match. But unfortunately, not. But hopefully we can do all right anyway. Coming up is a game that should be easier against Oxford United, who are 19th in the league, so it should be pretty easy and smooth sailing. While we are moving forward towards that match, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Also, if you haven't done so yet, you have had your chance for sure if you have watched everything. 186 episodes, I believe this is. And if you have watched everything, you for sure have hit the subscribe button, I hope at least. But if you haven't, hit haven't hit the subscribe button yet, you should do it to not miss out on any further episodes here on the channel on Football Manager or anything else, like for example FIFA Manager, that you might enjoy. So we actually have some scouting that have finished here for some reason on Ogunseri, off forward. And I said, don't know exactly why, but it looks pretty interesting, to be honest. And he's been with Nottingham Forest, but I guess it didn't get prolonged. And on senior, centre back, useful. Where do we check? Is it here? Yeah, there is. It is what I were looking for. So where do you place Ogunseri? So possibly better than Poncelli at least. So I guess Ogunseri is a player that we could try and sign. Barnet and Oxford. I feel like we should approach to sign him. And what were between 1.6 to 2.4. So we are not going to offer what he wants straight off. There's no chance. And we want 2 years at least. Or do we? Well, yeah, I think we do want 2 years, and we'll just remove and exclude that from the well, this thing from the negotiations, so to say. So we'll go back down to 2.1, 2.2. 2.2 again. Yeah, all right. All right, so we'll finalize the deal. And he will come in with a final decision later. Don't know, I said, why we are scouting all these players, but all right. I guess it's good that we are scouting players. Can't complain about that too much. So let's continue here, as I said, towards the match against Oxford United. And we are not making anyone available for under 18s. We can take a look here at the match report for Pius. We apparently had Sean Miller out as well here on the international duty for under 19s. Both did, well, decent, I guess. Nothing too special to note. And work ball into box. Well, sure, we can have that team instruction as our assistant manager think that's smart. Feel smart, think it a smart move to do, so we'll do just as Mr. Smart says, or something like that. And we are super clear favorites according to the bookmakers here for this match, so that is good. And training for the first team at an average of 7.38, and we see that we have quite a few here that we are going to need to criticize. For the Bassett under 23s, we are at 7.77, which is an alright average, and for under 18s, 8.79, so that's really good actually. But let's take a look here at the first team. Gustavo, no improvement as of yet, but I think more will come here very shortly to increase his ability and everything like that. He's only 19 years old, so love it. Hopefully Miller can come up here as well, showing some improvement, so that's good. Hopefully more will come. Decent training performance. Sean's also pretty good training performance, but unfortunately not really seeing any gains. Gray here is showing a lot of gains though, which is really good. And we could possibly play him as what? Middle left winger or a left winger. But yeah, his potential only to be a good veteran National League player, left midfielder, which is well, one tier below us really. So, but he's a pretty good player as a backup, to be honest. So I think he's doing well for himself. Baxter not training too well. Connor not showing too much either, and the same for Akinola and Merch. Unfortunately, also not really improving anymore, and haven't developed as right as we would like. Then to the bad stuff. Jordan, you are training pretty poorly. So is you, de Havilland. And Morris. And Johnson. So quite a few players there that are not training as we would like them to. Which is a shame really, but it is what it is. And we have gotten an offer to loan or get an offer to loan out Lundström, and well, that is for sure something we can do. Lundström is unfortunately not going to stick around for another season, which is a shame, but not too unexpected at all. He have been playing, well, sort of playing irregularly last season for us here in Skybet League 2, but didn't really show any gain then, so we will accept the offer from York here to loan him. Yes, no instruction there. Skybet League 2 preview, that's fine. And how are our under 18s doing? They are 7th in the league. Pretty much smack bang in the middle, but we are beating the lower. Well, we are pretty much in the middle, so it's not too bad. I wonder how is the table, so to say, or the I guess table. I guess there is not really any promotion as such in the league. Yeah, exactly. So it's more about where the team is in the league system, and this is shared between a couple of divisions, I would guess. So they will be moved up as we are moved up. So we are having a middle sort of quality on our youth players, which is a little bit worse than we would like it to be, of course, but I guess it's fine. So we'll put Baxter back in, of course, and the same, of course, with Pius, but we'll actually not do that because he's suspended, so he can't play. What we will do though is to bring in Johnson instead of Merch. Johnson is a much better option, Shelby Johnson, and yeah, he were one of the players that the board were very happy that we managed to sign, and I do see that now. That is a good player for us to have for sure, so that is good. Akinola is apparently wanted. Didn't see that. Or a lot of players actually are really looking at him. He do have quite a high contract, so wouldn't be too opposed to getting rid of him, really, to be honest. He haven't really, well, he have developed, but not as much as we would have liked, to be honest. I would have been more happy if we saw more development on him. But he has some potential to be even better, so that's not too bad. And Johnson, we have made a promise. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just go to match here and hope for a good result, just as always. And kick off. And play. And here we go. So kicking off, I'm passing back to you, the backline there to Akinola, but didn't get to see anything more, and that's quite all right. So first highlight here in the 11th minute or something like that. Gustavo doing actually a really well done reception there of the ball from the goal kick of Oxford goalkeeper, and we have a goal here in the 11th minute, unfortunately, and it's an own goal, and it's for Oxford City, and own goal by Bassett. And even though I wouldn't say it was an own goal as such, but a good shot there from Oxford players, and well, since Molden were standing up in the goal there and got it at his back, I guess it were an own goal as such, since it was pretty poor. Anyway, next chance here in the 16th minute, Miller driving the ball and shooting on the root of the post there on the right hand post, but no goal. But Miller here with the corner instead, and free kick for Oxford apparently, even though it looked like Baxter got pushed by an Oxford player there, but not the case. And another goal here in the 20th minute, and it is again for Oxford United, so not at all what we wanted to see here in the 20th minute. Good corner there really, but not at all what we want to see, I said. So they show some passion, and we'll go to attacking mentality, and we'll hope that we can get something out of this. They are certainly better than they are showing at the moment, but sure, we aren't having Pius in the squad at the moment, as said, so that is quite a big loss for us. But we do have a highlight going on here in the 42nd minute, and again a shot buried at the lower left post this time, but no goal. Miller with the corner, and no real chance here, it would seem like. Gosling with a shot there, and or a pass to Poncelli, and a shot that were no trouble for the keeper. The keeper in Oxford have been playing superb, really, to be honest, at least how it have looked on the highlights, but isn't really showing in the rating there on Fryer as we are looking on it. So the scoreline after full time is 0-2 for Bassett versus Oxford. Shots 6-5, shots on target 5-2, possession 61%-39%. So we are on it, but not good enough, and certainly not getting the result that we want. Looking at the individual players, we have Gustavo that is having a really bad game. And we have Gosling having not the greatest of games. We could say that he had the ability to make a difference today. Maybe we should have said that instead, but oh well. And we'll go to very attacking and show some passion here. And first highlight here in the second half in the 49th minute by Oxford, and it's a header but just over the top bar there and out for a goal kick for Bath City. And we'll shout demand more. We are not getting anywhere here at the moment. So next highlight here in the 62nd minute, and will probably be the last thing that happened here before we are doing some substitutions. Kelly with a cross towards Poncelli, and he gets it into goal on the rebound there. So it's a reduction there in the 62nd minute for Bassett here against Oxford United. So now finally the scoreline at least 1-2. And yeah, good that Poncelli actually reached and reach his own rebounder, so to say, and manage to do something at least. And apparently it's on highlight straight after here in the 63rd minute. Bassett picking up the loose ball and the ball to Kelly. Kelly getting the ball into the middle to Miller and Gosling, and it's almost another goal there for Bassett. It's so close, but it was blocked on an open goal. Miller with the cross, passing, getting it out to Kelly, and Miller with a second chance to cross, but gets dragged down, so it's a free kick instead. So we were just about to do some substitutions here for the match, but we have a highlight here first. 68 minutes, 67th minute, and it's a goal here for Bassett, and it's all equal in the 67th minute. Gosling getting back there with a goal on that chance. Good picked up there by Akinola first, and good work together actually there for Ponticelli and Gosling. So time to do something. So Gustavo will be out due to his mistake, and overall still not repaired, so to say. And Sean's in instead of Miller to have some fresh feet. He will go back to support, and I think we will go in with Gray instead of Kelly here in the very last minute. Well, not last minute, but here again taking a chance just. So we'll show some passion. Didn't really do anything. We'll shout demand more here with 10 minutes to go. Oh, we lost that, damn it. And push forward. We'll shout, but I don't think that will get through. And I think, unfortunately, this is the highlight for the final whistle. But I have been wrong one time before, at least, showing on a highlight like this. Not too long ago, where we actually managed to get in a goal in this situation. I believe it was against Nottingham Forest. And that was an epic match a couple of matches ago. Probably the best one I've ever had in the Football Manager. But yeah, I think this is it. And yeah, there it was the final whistle. So the final scoreline for Bassett versus Oxford is 2-2. Shots 19-14. Shots on target 11-4, and possession 57-43%. So decent result here, but not the greatest and not what we really wanted. But we had at least 2-3 chances that could have been goals. So it was all right, but not really what we wanted. But I guess Pius is making that big of a difference. But I could be wrong, of course. But well, 1 point is better than 0 points. So good, but not really what we wanted to do, basically. Anyway, we are still first in the league after that match at 37 points after 14 played matches, and are at the moment 12 points clear from a playoff spot. And we'll look here, attendance 3,400 attending in that game, so attendance is really going up, which is pretty good. And Mitchell is jaded here, which is not good at all. Well, it doesn't really matter, he's a lone player, so we are actually not caring that much about it, but he's quite an important player, so maybe we'll rest him, but we'll see. But if you want to see more, you gotta check out the next episode. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this one, and I will see you next time here on the channel. Thank you, and bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.